Hello, today we're going to be talking about the experiment part of the scientific method. If you remember from the scientific method, we need to test the hypothesis with a controlled experiment. So today we're going to learn about that. So an experiment tests the predictions made by hypothesis. And we have two types, double-blind and we have controlled. Now, we are going to be doing the controlled experiments in our class, okay? But I will define what the double-blind test is. So let's talk about that first. Double-blind test is typically testing drugs, okay? So pharmaceutical companies will be doing this. A placebo, just before we get started, is like a sugar pill. It's a pill that has no effect. So in a double-blind test, scientists want to figure out the effectiveness of the different drugs. So for the double-blind test, one group is going to receive the drug to be tested, and the other group is going to receive the placebo. Now, the researchers, the people, neither of them know which one is receiving the placebo or the fake drug or the actual drug. Now, this is done because if I'm told, if you take this, you're going to get better, you're going to get smarter, I'm going to believe it, and my mind might actually do it. Okay? So we want to eliminate the bias. All right? So again, double blind is one group receives the drug, the other group receives the placebo, and you test your effectiveness of the actual drug. Now, we're going to be doing the controlled experiment. A controlled experiment is going to isolate one factor, okay? And we're going to be practicing this throughout biology, okay? So let's learn what the terms are for a controlled experiment. We have the terms variable and control. The variable is the condition in the experiment that is going to change or differ. There are two types of variables. We have the independent variable and we have the dependent variable. Now, the independent variable is kind of independent of the experiment. It's something that you actually manipulate. It's something that's part of the procedure. Examples of this would be pH, time, temperature. So you might be every minute recording the amount of bubbles that is produced by the yeast. Okay, the independent variable is time because every minute you're doing something. Where the dependent variable is going to be what you're recording, what you're actually testing for your experiment. So the number of bubbles would be the dependent variable. So that's what you're actually recording in your data chart. Okay, they're both called variables because they change. The control of the experiment is typically water for us. Okay, when we do experiments, we're going to have a test tube that's filled with water so we can see what should not happen. A control is going to provide a standard of comparison for the one factor, the variable. Okay, so we're going to be comparing everything to the control. We will be doing a few experiments that are going to reinforce all this. So if you have any questions, please see me tomorrow in class. Thank you.